You know what the problem is? You sit there every single day saying, I want to be successful, I want to be confident, I want to be wealthy, I want to be happy, and absolutely nothing changes. Nothing. You keep wanting and wanting and wanting, and life just keeps giving you more reasons to want. Here's what nobody told you, and this is going to sound strange at first, but stay with me. You don't become what you want, you become what you feel. And that's the secret that's been hiding in plain sight your entire life. Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, I want more money? Hundreds? Thousands? And how many times has money just shown up because you wanted it? Never. Because wanting comes from a place of lack. When you say, I want money, what you're really feeling is I don't have money. When you say, I want confidence, you're feeling, I lack confidence right now. You're broadcasting the frequency of not having. And the universe, this magnificent law of attraction that governs everything, it doesn't hear your words. It responds to your vibration. It responds to what you feel. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like some fluffy nonsense. But hold on, because there's real science behind this, and once you understand it, everything changes. Every thought you think creates a feeling. Every feeling creates a vibration. And that vibration, that's what's creating your reality. You're like a walking, talking radio tower, constantly broadcasting a signal, and life is simply tuning in and giving you more of whatever frequency you're sending out. Here's where most people get stuck, and maybe this is you right now. You wake up, look at your bank account, feel stressed about money. You go to work, feel undervalued and frustrated. You come home, feel exhausted and unfulfilled. Then before bed, you say some affirmations about being wealthy and happy, and you wonder why nothing changes. It's because you spent 23 hours and 55 minutes feeling broke and tired, and 5 minutes pretending to feel abundant. The math doesn't work in your favor. Think about it this way. If you wanted to get to New York, but you spent all day driving toward California, would 5 minutes of driving toward New York at the end of the day get you there? Of course not. But that's exactly what most people do with their feelings. They marinate in negativity all day and wonder why their positive thoughts aren't working. Now here's what's fascinating. Your subconscious mind, this powerful force that controls 95% of your life, it doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. It only knows what you feed it consistently. If you consistently feel poor, it says, okay, we're poor. Let me make sure we act like poor people and make poor decisions. If you consistently feel successful, even before the success shows up, it says, okay, we're successful people. Let me align everything to match that. Let me tell you about a study they did with basketball players. They took 3 groups. One group practiced free throws physically every day. Another group just visualized making free throws, feeling the ball in their hands, hearing the swish, feeling the success. The third group did nothing. At the end of the study, the group that visualized improved almost as much as the group that physically practiced. Why? Because their brains and bodies couldn't tell the difference between imagining it with feeling and actually doing it. So here's what's really happening in your life right now. You're not stuck because you don't want success badly enough. You're stuck because you're feeling the wrong things. You're feeling the absence of what you want instead of the presence of it. And that feeling, that vibration, that's your point of attraction. That's the magnet that's pulling your future toward you. Let me give you something practical. Something you can use today, right now. I call it the feeling shift, and it's simpler than you think. First, you need to catch yourself in the act of feeling what you don't want. This is awareness, and it's the most important step. Most people are on autopilot, feeling terrible and not even noticing. So pay attention. When you feel stressed about money, notice it. When you feel unworthy, notice it. Don't judge it, just notice it. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Second, ask yourself this question, and this is powerful. Ask, how would I feel if I already had what I want? Not how would I act, not what would I do, but how would I feel? If you wanted financial freedom, how would you feel? You'd feel relaxed, secure, empowered. If you wanted a loving relationship, how would you feel? Cherished, peaceful, excited about life. Get specific with the feeling. Third, and this is where the magic happens, you manufacture that feeling right now. Yes, right now, in this moment, even though the circumstances haven't changed yet. This is not positive thinking. This is not pretending. This is deliberately choosing the vibration you want to operate from. You might be thinking, but how can I feel wealthy when my bank account says something different? And that's exactly the point. You're letting your current reality dictate your feeling, which keeps creating more of the same reality. You've got to break the cycle. Here's how you do it. You use your imagination, which is the most powerful tool you have. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine checking your bank account and seeing the number you want to see. Don't just see it, feel it. Feel the relief. Feel the excitement. Feel the freedom. Your body will start to relax. Your breathing will change. That's the feeling state. That's the vibration. Stay there for a few minutes every single day. I know some of you are rolling your eyes right now. You're thinking this is too simple. It can't work. But that's your programming talking. That's years of conditioning telling you that life has to be hard, that you have to struggle, that you have to see it to believe it. But the truth is the exact opposite. You have to believe it, feel it, before you can see it. Everything created twice. First in the mind, in the feeling state, then in physical reality. Think about the last time you worried about something. You imagined all the worst-case scenarios, didn't you? You felt anxious, stressed, maybe even sick to your stomach. Your body responded to something that hadn't even happened. That's how powerful your feeling state is. You're already creating with your feelings. The question is, are you creating what you want or what you don't want? Now let me give you another practical tool, because I don't want you leaving here with just theory. I want you to have something you can use immediately. Create what I call a feeling anchor. This is something physical that triggers the feeling state you want. It could be a piece of music that makes you feel unstoppable. It could be a photo that makes you feel loved. It could be a memory of a time when you felt confident and powerful. Find your anchor and use it multiple times a day to shift your state. Here's what happens when you do this consistently. Your brain starts to rewire. There's actual neuroscience behind this. It's called neuroplasticity. Every time you deliberately choose a feeling state, you're creating new neural pathways. You're literally changing the structure of your brain. And as your brain changes, your behaviors change. As your behaviors change, your results change. As your results change, your life changes. But you've got to be consistent. You can't do this once and expect miracles. You can't feel abundant for 5 minutes and then spend the rest of the day complaining about how broke you are. You've got to commit to this like your life depends on it. Because honestly, the quality of your life does depend on it. Your feelings are creating your future every single moment. Now I want you to do something right now. Don't wait until later. Don't wait until tomorrow. Right now, think about one thing you've been wanting. Got it? Good. Now ask yourself, what's the feeling I associate with wanting this? Is it desperation? Lack? Frustration? Notice that. And now ask, if I already had this, how would I feel? Spend 30 seconds, just 30 seconds, generating that feeling in your body. Feel it in your chest, in your stomach, in your bones. That's your new frequency. That's what you're broadcasting now. Do this every morning when you wake up, before the world tells you who you're supposed to be. Do it in the middle of the day when things get chaotic. Do it at night before you sleep, because your subconscious is most receptive right before sleep. Feed it the feeling you want and watch what happens. I'm telling you, in 30 days, if you actually do this, your life will not look the same. Not because magic happened, but because you changed your vibration, and reality had no choice but to match it. You see, most people have this backwards. They think I'll feel happy when I get the promotion. I'll feel confident when I lose the weight. I'll feel successful when I make the money. But that's not how it works. You feel it first, then it comes. You embody the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and the universe moves mountains to match your vibration. That's the law. It's not mystical. It's mechanical. Change the feeling, change the frequency, change the life. So here's what I want you to do. Leave a comment right now telling me one feeling you're committed to embodying today. Just one. Are you going to feel abundant, confident, peaceful, powerful? Declare it. Write it down. Make it real. And if this resonated with you, if something clicked, subscribe, because we're just getting started. There's so much more to explore about how you're creating your reality every single day, and I want you here for all of it. Remember this. You don't become what you want. You become what you feel. So stop wanting and start feeling. Your future self is waiting for you to catch up vibrationally. Now go create the feeling and watch your world transform.